I think we're going back to a foreign policy that under Stephen Harper, which was referred to kind of as the global gag rule, basically have a foreign aid policy that never touched on reproductive or sexual health when it came to women. No family planning, including abortion services.
And we are all feminists, hopefully, I would say so. But I've never been like the rah, I need to be a quota feminist. We went from wanting to take gender issues, feminist issues very seriously at a time when previously they were not given as much as attention. And instead of doing so, we did some of that, did some really great things, had gender-based budgets, gender balanced cabinet, and then it turned into a lot of faux feminism. A lot of the folks who were preaching we needed to have these visual markers of equality within our society were actually not preaching those same things behind the scene. And that was pretty apparent at the most senior levels of the PMO.
If you look at the most recent budget that was passed by Prime Minister Carney, I mean, his own analysis of the budget shows that men are predominantly the ones to benefit from it. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily a quote unquote bad thing. I don't think that's necessarily a negative direction, but it is a direction. And I don't think we're doing anybody a proper service in the commentariat, in the punditry, in political analysis by ignoring that. Like, choices do matter.
I don't think I need to see a female chief of staff or a female director of policy for that to be equality. I understand perception matters. I do agree that when it comes to foreign aid, we don't want to go back to where we were in the past, but I also don't think we have to use the word feminist in a press release to kind of make that apparent.
It is true that he's making different choices, and I think that's fine, but I think we should be open about what those choices actually mean. And if we're going back to a foreign policy, which again is mirroring the Harper years of a global gag rule when it comes to abortion and reproductive health, I think women and children will suffer. We know that from the data. We know that from the US. Whenever there's a switch between Democratic and Republican presidents, and this dates back to the 80s, there tends to be a shift in foreign aid and foreign policy. And I don't think we want to do that here in Canada. Sharon's right. You don't necessarily have to use the word or the nomenclature of it being feminist, but then you should have the gonads to stand up for abortion and women's rights abroad.